Welcome back to the Tony Valenti Show. This is Tony Valenti.
And Timmy G.
Timmy G is my sidekick. I call him my sidekick because he always kicks me in the side. We're going to talk right now to my good friend, Rodney Allen Rippey. Rodney, are you there?
I am in the room. I'm just across the other side of the mic. What are you talking about,
how you
man?
doing, Rodney? I was going to ask you, you said you were going to bring me a Jumbo Jack, man. What happened? I don't see no Jumbo Jacks, baby. What's up with that?
You know what? I got one in the trunk. I always keep a Jumbo Jack in the
In the trunk?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Italian. We have other things in the trunk. Usually they're moving, but not for long. That's another story.
Boom. Got it.
So,
there you go.
Rodney Allen Rippey, we want to know a little bit about you. Tell us your story. When you were, when you did those commercials with Jack in the Box, they became real big. How old were you? How did that whole thing go down? How did you get to be that kid? How did you do it?
Well, I mean, I was just a little kid living on the west side of Long Beach, California, and it was just a fluke, man. Honestly, I was a little kid, and I had a mom who just loved me to pieces, as all great moms do. And one day I was sitting there watching The Little Rascals, and I kept laughing, and so my mom comes into the living room, and so she's like, "What's so funny?" And I pointed at the television, and I was watching The Little Rascals. So my mom was like, "Oh, you think you could do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Wait a minute, you
Every
wouldn't
kid
be
thinks
afraid?"
they could do that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and my mom asked me straight up. She goes, "Do you think you could do that? Would you be afraid to be on TV?" And I'm like, "No." And
at 3 years old, we're talking 3, right?
At 3.5 years old.
3.5.
Yes.
There's a big difference.
Yes, exactly. And it turns out, my mom, she was just one of these go-getters, man, and so she started making phone calls. She picked up the Yellow Pages.
Wow.
And in the Yellow Pages,
people don't know
talent.
what that is today, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, the Yellow Pages, the big, they're like doorstops now, or something, or you could,
Well, they were like, when we were kids, they were like chairs for us.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, booster chairs.
Booster chairs.
If you couldn't get up to the table, you stack up a stack of the old, Yellow Pages, and there you go. You had it. That was your high chair.
Bada bing.
Yeah, but Mom started making calls, and before you know it, I was signed up with one of the best agents in L.A. Her name was Dorothy Deotis. And, Dorothy started sending out not only me, but my sister Beverly Lee, my brother Kenneth Wayne, and we all started going out. And lo and behold, my very first audition was the Jack in the Box commercial. And when I went out, it was just, I was just being natural.
Do you remember that
me.
at that age? Do you remember going in for that?
I remember everything from that,
Wow.
from the audition on, and it's just been a wild ride ever since.
I actually have somebody on the line that would like to speak to you. His name is Aaron Schwartzberg. And
Aaron Schwartzberg! Hey!
You know this gentleman? He's on the phone right now. Let's say hello to Aaron. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, how you doing?
Excellent, man. You have a question for Rodney? He loves questions. He likes answers, too. It doesn't have to be a question. It could be an answer. What's on your mind?
When's the next time you're going to be one of our celebrity drivers at the track, Rodney, after all this coronavirus stuff blows over?
Man, I am so hoping. Let me tell you something. This guy here, that's Aaron Schwartzbart, and dear friend, and he has a huge campaign to keep our streets safe. And Tony, you like me. We're in the muscle cars. We're in the fast, beautiful cars.
You're speaking my language.
And this guy here, man, he's just been fantastic. He's a race car driver. He's actually a NASA rocket scientist. No lie. The guy you're talking to,
I know
Aaron,
a few of those, actually, believe it or not, but go ahead.
Yeah, and the coolest thing is he started a campaign to keep our streets safe. So,
So is that like you keep it under 200 miles an hour on the side streets?
Well,
what does that mean?
He really, and Aaron always has been fighting to keep our streets safe and getting all of the street racers to take it to the track. Don't hot rod on the streets. Take it to the track, and that's his message and his organization, and it's so it's
you're not
fantastic.
the guy, Aaron. You're not the guy on the freeway with the nitro. Is that you?
No, sir. Track only. I was criminally insane with the steering wheel for the first 30 years. About 27 years ago, I'm 57 now. About 27 years ago, I got born again in a very big, surprising, unexpected way. and I've been doing everything I can with my pathological tendencies with the steering wheel to do good in the community instead of being a terror.
So now you just take that craziness and animosity to the racetrack and
that's
spill it
right.
out over there.
On my budget, I'm doing just shy of 160 coming into turn one. I'm running over top of people doing 125, and I'm getting passed by a precious few going over 200 miles an hour, and we're all coming into the same turn together.
Are you talking about the 405 freeway, or what are we talking about? I've seen you before, brother. I've seen you before. They actually do crazy stuff like that, but I've never been to the tracks. That's kind of crazy out there, spinning around the tracks like that, going around the curves. Man, that's
wonderful. Everybody thinks they know how to drive for about the first 5 minutes.
Craziness. So how long have you known Mr. Rodney?
Oh, wow. Rodney, 5 or 10 years? I can't remember.
Yeah, at least. At least. And you know what? Aaron does a lot of great stuff, works with the LAPD and the Sheriff's Department and works hand in hand with them and really mentors young people. And that's what it's all about. That's how, my connections are people like the Aaron Schwartzbarts of the world and really great people. And just like you, man, just like you, Tony, man, you're having fun. And now we're here on the Tony Valente Show.